Watch our ladder 19 places a large victim on the windowsill using a shoulder lock lift. This technique is great for large victims. When done correctly, is an easy grab and an easy lift through the victim's shoulders, giving you leverage to lift heavier weight. The cons are that it requires 2 rescuers and plenty of space. Moving furniture might be required. Here's a step-by-step to perform the shoulder lock lift. First, post up the victim. Squat next to the victim with the knee on their back to support them. Hook your arm deep under the victim's armpit from front to back and grab your other arm's bicep. Place your hand on the victim's shoulder and create a figure 4 lock onto their shoulder. The key to this lift is to keep the victim's arm straight down and stay tight up against the victim's elbow, not allowing the arm to flare up as you lift. Here, the rescuers are able to lift a much larger victim with ease. They are individually outweighed by more than 100 pounds each. They first place the victim's feet straight up against the wall underneath the windowsill. Watch as they lift through their legs, keeping their body tight against the victim's elbow, not allowing his arm to flare out. The victim's elbow should be locked up against the rescuer's abdomen. All lifts onto a windowsill should end with a knee between the legs to capture their progress. Watch again the shoulder lock lift as the rescuers keep their back straight and lift through their legs. Here, the rescuer is going to demonstrate a one-person torso lift or bear hug lift. He brings the legs up to the wall as close as possible, keeping the legs together, posts up the victim, bear hugs him, and lifts him up against the wall. The second rescuer is going to assist with the victim's arms, but not always required. A leg to hold your progress is needed. For larger victims, the webbing is always a good option. Here, the rescuer is going to girth the webbing around the victim, then pass the loose end of his webbing underneath the victim's armpit to his partner who's at the window. His partner is going to assist him to lift the victim up to the windowsill. You could also do this on your own without a partner. You just have to wrap the loose end around your hand and lift the victim on your own. The rescuer at the ladder tips of a second floor should only assist by holding progress and never pull back on the webbing or in the victim's arms because of the risk of slipping and falling off the ladder. On a second floor victim removal, the firefighter on the ladder will guide the rescue. Watch as he indicates where the head should go, and as he keeps his hands on the beams, he supports the victim's shoulder. He then calls for one leg at a time, placing his arm between the victim's legs. When the victim is horizontal, he then repositions his arm underneath the victim's armpit and announces when he is ready and is full control of the victim. The firefighters inside will slowly let go of the victim, as he will keep the victim in a slight angle with his head up and press up against the victim's body as he slowly descends down the ladder.